thinking of recent years is leaning towards the absence of free will for practically everything we think and do in our lives.
In reality, I don't think there's any free will at all.
There is no escaping fate.
Does that mean that a murderer, a horrible mass murderer, isn't really guilty of his works because it was already preordained billions of years ago?
So our ability to choose is often confused.
Was I destined to watch this video, or did I choose it? If my fate is already determined, do my choices matter at all, or am I just a puppet? If it's already decided whether I'm going to heaven or hell, why do I struggle? If the person I will marry is written in my destiny, why should I even try?
These questions occupy the minds of many of us and perhaps represent one of life's greatest mysteries, the relationship between destiny and free will. But if our destiny is already known, why are our choices so important? And if everything is within Allah's knowledge, what does the future hold for us? In this video, we seek to answer these very questions. Let's explore the secret of destiny and delicate balance between divine knowledge and human free will together. First, let's look at what destiny means. Destiny is Allah's eternal knowledge of everything that has happened, is happening, and will happen. It includes knowing every detail, every condition, time, place, attribute, and characteristic, and determining them accordingly. Understanding destiny provides answers to many of complex questions we face in life. So, how should we understand these answers? Let's begin by focusing on the relationship between destiny and human free will. First and foremost, knowing our destiny belongs to Allah alone. Allah knows everything from pre-eternity to post-eternity. But this knowledge does not determine the choices humans make. People make their own choices through free will, and they bear responsibility for those decisions. To grasp destiny, it's crucial to understand this principle. Knowledge follows reality. This means that Allah's knowledge is based on what a person will do. Allah knows what a person will choose, but His knowledge does not force that person into action. Let's explain this concept with an example. Imagine you're standing on a hill, looking down at a winding train track. You notice two trains heading toward each other on the same track. You write on a piece of paper, these two trains will collide in 2 minutes. And indeed, they do. Now, when you show this note to the train drivers, can they say, "We crashed because you wrote it down"? Of course not. Your writing didn't cause the collision. The trains were already going to crash. You simply foresaw the obvious event with your knowledge. Similarly, Allah's knowledge works in this way. He knows what we will do. This knowledge does not force us into those decisions. It's also important to understand Allah's names. Allah's knowledge comes from His name Al-Alim, which refers to His knowing everything. But the occurrence of events by His power comes from His name Al-Qadir. So, while Allah knows what will happen, the actualization of events depends on His will, which operates based on human choices. These two attributes function independently. This principle applies to marriage as well. The person we will marry may be part of our destiny, but this doesn't mean we should do nothing. A person uses their free will to take steps, make decisions, and actively search for a spouse. Islam encourages us not to passively wait, but to take proactive steps. As in the example above, Allah knows what choices we will make, whether we will make an effort to find someone or simply wait without taking action. This aspect of destiny depends on the choices a person makes with their free will. Similarly, the question, if it's already determined whether I go to heaven or hell, why should I make an effort, is frequently asked. Allah knows who will go to heaven or hell, but this knowledge based on the choices that person makes. A person directs their life with their free will and is accountable for their decisions. We are not just puppets. Every action we take involves conscious decisions, and Allah creates the outcomes of those choices. To clarify this further, let's use another example. Imagine you enter an elevator. When you step inside, you choose whether to go up to 7th floor or down to -7th floor. The choices of which floor you go to is entirely yours. Similarly, just as you choose which floor to go to in an elevator, in life, which path you take and you behave is up to you. With your limited free will, you can choose to go to a casino or to go to mosque. This is where the responsibility comes in. We are accountable for our decisions. That's why you can't say, Allah knows everything, so I'm not responsible. No, because free will has been given to us, and our choices are ours. In conclusion, Allah's knowledge integrates with the choices we make using our free will. Destiny is not a fixed, unchangeable path. It is shaped by the steps we take with our will. Allah knows our choices and creates the outcomes accordingly. But this knowledge does not compel us in our decisions. Every choice we make is a part of our destiny. This understanding helps us see destiny not as passive waiting, but as active responsibility in shaping our lives. This understanding helps us see destiny not as passive waiting, but as active responsibility in shaping our lives. With every step, we use our free will to determine our path. And this journey is encompassed by Allah's eternal knowledge. In short, destiny is shaped by the free will we are given. Every moment in life, the choices we make lead us not to a predetermined end, but to a path that we ourselves write.